And we've seen for ourselves security increasing here at the Capitol. We've seen state police parked around the building. We've seen Capitol Police doing rounds throughout the day. And we only expect this police presence to increase as they prepare for potential protests this weekend. Riots outside the nation's capital in D.C. last week, sparking uncertainty across the country and caution in Connecticut.
The events that we saw unfolded at the U.S. Capitol this past Wednesday was horrifying, to say the least.
The FBI now warning all 50 states of potential armed protests this weekend ahead of President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration next week. The FBI's field office in New Haven saying today it has received no information on specific threats to the state capitol. Nevertheless, security is being tightened on Capitol grounds.
You know, the message is clear. All are welcome, right? The American Constitution is clear. Americans have the right to assemble, but it also indicates that you do it peacefully. So if you're coming, be at peace. If you plan on being an agitator, we'll have a swift response in place to deal with you.
Capitol Police keeping specific security plans under wraps, but say this weekend they will be joined by the Hartford Police Department, the National Guard, and state police.
We have contingency plans in place, and we're preparing for the worst, but we certainly hope to be underwhelmed that day.
And in addition to increasing patrols, police have put up new barriers around the building and say they are prepared if anything takes a dangerous turn this weekend.
If there are any planned protests, we do know that there are probably threats to anyone that would be in the vicinity as well. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to plan and again, just provide safety and security for all involved.
Things will look quite different from what they did in the past until the temperament is toned down.
And new tonight, Governor Lamont approving the deployment of 200 members of the state's National Guard to Washington, D.C. ahead of President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration set for this Wednesday. At the state capitol in Hartford, it's Nia Maldonado, Fox 61 News.